Hello and welcome to the Longines Global Champions Tour here in Lausanne. A fabulous afternoon behind us. We've seen wonderful competition already with our international five-star class this afternoon. The Prix Beau Rivage Palace, another win for the Netherlands there, and Harry Smolders finishing top. But we're building up now to the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. Another very exciting leg to come here for the tour itself. And as you can see, all around the showground, it's bathed in sunshine, a little breeze around alongside Lake Geneva here, and it's an absolutely stunning setting for the sport. Perfect conditions for the sport this afternoon. It's nice and dry this year as well. It's been a little bit damp the last few seasons here, and I'm delighted to say joining me in the studio is Henrik von Eckermann of Sweden and Mr. Juan-Carlos Capelli of Longines, Vice President of Longines. Great to have you here. Longines association with show jumping grows and grows, which is great to see. Mr. Capelli, what's your impression of the Longines Global Champions Tour event here in Lausanne here today?
But thank you very much for inviting us, and to be part here in Lausanne of the Longines Global Champions Tour is our home. We are at home, and Lausanne is a city of the sport, headquarters of the Fédération Internationale des Sports Équestres, and it is one of the important legs of the Longines Global Champions Tour. We start already yesterday with an important competition. Today was incredible, and tonight with the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix, our five-star event, will be a fantastic event, I am sure.
And how important is it for you as a home event here in Switzerland with Longines' history in watchmaking and association with Switzerland and sport as a whole?
But Longines and sport are very well associated. We start our first timing in 1878 already, and our first timing was with horse competition. We have in our museum in Saint-Imier, close to here, our first pocket chronograph engraved with a horse and a rider. And in 1891, we were already official timekeeper of the racecourse in New York. We have a very long history, and our region, close to here in the Jura, is called the country of the horses. For that, our association with the sport, especially with the horse sport, is real natural, because we share the same values as elegance, performance and tradition.
Well, it's been a wonderful tradition and association between Longines and horse sport as a whole. What, in your view, the 2014 Longines Global Champions Tour grows once again? What's your view of the growing interest in show jumping of the sport worldwide?
But this year we have a new legs, for example in Shanghai, for the first time in the history, riders and horses were in China for the five-star competition, and also, for example, Paris, just in front of the Eiffel Tower, and the association with the sport, but also with the social event, to be in the center of the cities, to have the public coming to see this sport means a lot for the sport, to attract more people and to have more people to watch this sport.
Well, we're seeing some wonderful images there of the sport here last year. Lucy Davis winning here in Lausanne, and that was another wonderful showdown. But from your point of view, what have been the synergies between Longines and the Longines Global Champions Tour, the special relationship in show jumping that keeps growing?
Well, I have to say that, as I said before, we have a few value, and I think so with the Longines Global Champions Tour, we share the same ones. As tradition, because we have a very long tradition of horse, and the Longines Global Champions Tour is one of the big tradition series in the world. And also elegance. What is more elegant than a rider with a horse? And I have to say our watches, our DNA is elegance. And performance is incredible performance. And both together fit very well.
Well, they certainly do, and we're going to see more of that to come a little bit later on with the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. And I know you're looking very much forward to that. You'll be glued and I'll be glued. And one of the men that'll be competing is Henrik von Eckermann. Henrik, second in two legs of the tour so far, sitting second in the series at the moment. It's been one of your best seasons so far on the Longines Global Champions Tour.
Yeah, so far it was not so bad. I still didn't reach number one this year, so I hope I can do that still. But okay, it's a lot of people at once, and we see how far I come.
I like the mindset. You're doing well, but you could be doing better from that point of view. I mean, we all know, I mean, you've had a long association training with Ludger Beerbaum as well. Is that your mindset, or is that one you picked up from Ludger?
No, I think we all that's riding there all in the same mind, and everyone wants to win, and yeah, we try as good as we can.
And we're just seeing some of the images of your rides. I mean, this is from Chantilly. How did you feel about the Chantilly performance, finishing second there?
Well, the horses had it a while, but not so long, and it was one of his. I haven't done too many Grand Prix. There is Gotha. She have done a few more. So I was very pleased. Of course, you want to win, but it was anyway Sweden 1-2, so the day didn't end up so bad.
Quite happy with that one from that point of view. And here was actually a split screen of you guys contending this one out. It was very close indeed in the end.
Yeah, that irritated me a little bit more, I have to say, because I had a very fast horse, and I know the horse, and yeah, I was pulling a bit too much in the reins in the end.
I mean, you mentioned Gotha in there. That's been your established partner, Gotha FRH. What's it been like riding that horse? I mean, you started off the season with a big Grand Prix out in Asia, win there, and then the performances you've had this season. How has that been for you?
Yeah, the horse have made many things possible for me, and I rode her since she was young, and then in between Ludger rode her, and was also a fantastic horse for him. I mean, a gold medal in Europeans. So the horse have been a fantastic thing for the whole stable, and of course for me, certainly. Yeah.
Before we came on air, we were talking about the Swedish performance as well at the World Equestrian Games. From your point of view, a strong Swedish squad all the time still, and you achieving qualification for the Olympics there.
Yes, of course. We were happy in the end that we made the qualification. That time in the World Championship we hoped for more. But of course, I think it's going to be difficult next year in Aachen to qualify. It's only 3 teams left who can go. So we are happy we don't have the pressure there anymore.
And looking ahead to the rest of the season for the Longines Global Champions Tour, you're obviously here fighting it out in Lausanne. What are your thoughts? Will we see you in Vienna and hopefully battling it out in Doha?
Absolutely. I hope when the horses stay fit, I stay fit, then I will come to Vienna and end with Doha then.
And what's it like? I mean, we've spoken to Ludger a few times about his philosophy. What's it like working so closely with Ludger Beerbaum? What do you think are the key things he brings out? What's special?
Okay, he gives us a lot of confidence. He always supports us, even in good and bad times, and we feel comfortable. But it's always a good support. And like I said, it's easy when it goes good, then everyone is happy. But even we have times, and there will come times again where it goes quite bad. But you always have some behind us, and it makes these times a little bit easier.
And from his point of view, when he's winning, he's got all you guys around him as well.
I hope so anyway, that he feels that way, but I think so, yeah.
Mr. Capelli, from your point of view, you see all of these top riders competing. What do you make of the sport at the top level?
It is an incredible sport. All riders have big athletes. But together with the horse is a unique case in the sport in general, and I have to say that you have men and women competing together.
Yeah.
It's something very unique, and as this sport is very special for that also.
Yeah, certainly very special indeed, and a special battle to come this afternoon that could well be deciding a big chunk of the series as we go through. What are your thoughts on what you expect this afternoon into the evening?
I just hope I can manage 3 clear rounds and then see how far that can go. But the series is coming to the end, but everything is still very, very open. Scott Brash, he's on, I don't know really what place, but he have not so many results counting, but he's been winning 4 times, so if he's going to be difficult to beat in the end. He's
going to be very close, and Ludger's not far off the pace as well. He's in there
Absolutely.
too.
He's also, so it's a few. Rolf, and it's going to be exciting to the end, I think.
I was going to ask, how do you feel about your fellow Swede leading the way at the moment?
Oh, it's a good. I mean, I will try to chase him, but in the end, whoever makes the best deserves to win in the end.
And from your point of view as a rider, the Longines Global Champions Tour has changed the sport in terms of prize money. It's been a great boost for all of you.
Definitely. I mean, it makes everyone a little bit more. Everyone have to try a little bit more. I mean, if you see all the shows that are around in the world, everyone have to try. Otherwise, yeah, it's getting difficult for the other ones.
Well, and Mr. Capelli, I think we're going to be in for another titanic battle. We'll look forward to seeing you in Doha as well to see how it all plays out.
Absolutely.
Well, it'll be a very exciting close to the season, but there's a lot more to come yet. The leg here in Lausanne, of course, we're in Vienna next week, and finally heading to Al Shakab in Doha. Thank you very much to Mr. Capelli, to Longines for your support once again and all you do for the sport of show jumping and the equestrian world as a whole. Good luck to you, Henrik, a little later on, and we'll see how it plays out. Second place at the moment. You could be at the top of the table. We'll wait and see. Thank you very much to both of you. Look forward to all the action to come from the Longines Global Champions Tour here in Lausanne. Join us and don't miss a minute.